What's going on there, everyone? Well, this video is going to be just a little bit different because it has nothing to do with any particular news story that I want to point out. It's something to do that actually directly affected me and countless other content creators through YouTube and Facebook. Well, last week, the media, not all media, but a lot of internet media that you could find, when you do your media research, you could go on there and find out the whistleblower's name. It was published, public information. I'm not going to say it apparently because apparently nowadays in America you can't say things for reasons that are unknown to me and everyone else that I know. This is kind of unprecedented and dangerous what we're seeing here. It all involved, like I said, the video of the whistleblower and actually letting y'all know who this person is or who is alleged to be the whistleblower, which I'm positive that we at least know who the real whistleblower is because all of our videos got taken down. All of them have been switched to private thanks to YouTube, which YouTube, I generally love you. What are you doing? What have you been doing? This was YouTube. You were created to be a platform where people could go and post videos talking about pretty much anything and everything. Why have y'all changed so drastically to become so bad? So bad. You started as a wonderful thing. You were a wonderful thing for many years, and now it seems like you're falling apart. It seems like everything that you started and you started something that was really good and everyone flocked to it and everyone uses it now. The content creators themselves, not me because I'm very new, but older content creators, these people with these massive channels, have built you. They built you. And now you're just crapping all over them. Because this affects way more than political channels. There are non-political channels that still will eventually talk about something that's happening politically just because around the world right now, especially in Western nations, we're force-fed via the legacy media politics all the time. So, of course, everyone's eventually and inevitably going to talk something about politics. But every channel that has mentioned the name of this alleged whistleblower has got their videos taken down by YouTube. And we can't show them anymore. So for those of you who did get to see the video, awesome. Because no one else is apparently allowed to. Which is pretty sad. Now, I didn't even know this was going down. Most of y'all know that on Saturdays, I usually take the day off and me and my son spend the whole day together and go outside and play. Have a good time. So, it was pretty shocking when I came back last night. Came back to the house, got on my email, and I got this from YouTube. Hi, our community guidelines and YouTube policies are ground rules for keeping YouTube safe for everyone. Your video, and then it has the video address for the whistleblower video, was flagged for review because the video doesn't contain enough context for us to determine if it violates our guidelines. Your video is now only visible to you. However, you can make changes to the address and reload it again to the same URL. That's retarded. That whole small paragraph is just mind-blowing. It's like, whoa, what? What? What are you saying, YouTube? My video was flagged for review because the video doesn't contain enough context for us to determine if it violates our guidelines. What? If it doesn't contain enough context for you to determine if it violates your guidelines, then guess what? You answered your own question. It doesn't violate your guidelines. I mean, is that so hard to understand? Is that so hard? When it comes to this particular situation with this alleged whistleblower, no videos that I saw that were affected violated even the government's statute for whistleblower protection. We're not trying to get this guy harmed, fired, or any of that. We're just stating his name, letting the American people know who started this whole nonsensical Ukrainian thing. It's a continuation of the Russian scandal, and we're being sucked right back into nonsense land. Thank you, Democrats, for causing such a rift in our political system. Appreciate it. Don't blame Trump. Trump actually hasn't done much. He's done the presidential thing. He's trying to do his policies and whatnot. It's lefties that have caused these type of situations because they're authoritarians, they're scumbags that don't want anyone else with an opposing view to be able to speak or anything like that. I mean, this is pretty much, I mean, to me, it's a violation of your First Amendment rights. Freedom of speech, what is that? Does that even matter anymore? Do we even have that anymore? It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like America has freedom of speech anymore. Freedom of the press, what is that about? You can't do that. You can't put out... I mean, come on. This was public information, YouTube. This was public information. It's not like me and a bunch of other YouTubers secretly started this little cabal to scour the world's information to find out who this guy was. No, it was published by multiple news websites. Multiple news websites, may I add, that are NewsGuard rated news sites. Yeah. But yet, we can't comment on it. How does that make any sense? People, this is getting dangerous. You know, what is that one publication that always puts out fake news or misleading news? Well, that's a little bit too vague of a statement, because that would be almost all of the big... Okay. Democracy dies in darkness. That's Washington Post, ain't it? Well, yeah, we do die in darkness. When companies like Washington Post are feeding us fake information or just nonsensical opinion pieces, they're leaving us in the dark. When these companies are refusing to name the whistleblower for no reason at all, other than it's their own partisanship that's causing this, yeah, that's darkness. And democracy will die in it. What me and other small content creators and some very large content creators are doing is just trying to get real information to the people. And you're not letting us do that. It's a little frightening. I mean, I hate to see this authoritarian, fascistic swing taking place in our country and with our companies. But we're seeing this. We're seeing this actually happen. And nothing happening to the contrary. And that's... This is frightening. But yeah, and then it goes on, the email just goes on to tell me to keep trying to re-upload my video. Why? Just to have it taken down more and possibly just irritate people? No. Why would I mean, come on. You're not going to let the video go through. You literally purged every video mentioning the guy's name from your whole site. Who knows how many thousands of videos y'all purged just because we made y'all uncomfortable by reading the news? I don't get it. And then excuse me. And then right here, actually, that one's a little funny meme that I made a long time ago. Still makes me chuckle. That should be Antifa's official logo. But you haven't received a strike, but take a few minutes to review our community guidelines and guidance on providing context in videos. No, I feel like I generally put enough context that you can tell what I'm talking about and how I'm talking about it. It's fairly clear. I pretty much state my opinions very, very, very clearly. And I haven't received a strike, so why'd you remove the video? Well, this is what we're going through, people. This is what I'm going through. This is what other creators are going through. And this is what y'all have to go through, too. Even if you don't create content, even if you just come to YouTube to watch content, know that this is affecting you, too. Because now people like me, people like old boy from the Red Elephants, people like Tim Pool, and a legitimate certified journalist can't even bring you information. Can't even bring you information. Because they don't want you to know that information. Isn't that sad? All because one group of people doesn't want you to know something, so therefore no one else can bring you that information? That reminds me of like Soviet Russia or something. It doesn't remind me of America. It doesn't remind me of American companies. This is crazy. But I'd love to hear your comments on this. And, YouTube's really trying to get rid of us political commentators. That's what it's coming down to, is they don't like us. Because we don't fit their narrative. We call it how it is. And generally, all of us are just reading news articles that we've found. The same thing anyone else can do. Most people don't do it, so we read it for you. And we give you some of the news that we're hearing. Some of the more pertinent articles that we feel are, worthy of talking about. But how long is this going to last? It doesn't feel like it's going to last much longer. It seems they've been cracking down to a ridiculous level for no real reason. But like I said, I'd love to hear your comments on this. And everyone that has subscribed, I extremely thank you for your support, because without your support, my channel might not even exist. Because it's already been on YouTube. I mean, I was getting away with a lot for being a small channel. But now they're coming after even us tiny channels. It's sad. But thank you for your support. I love it. I love it. I love your comments. Even the negative ones. I appreciate them. Because sometimes it actually helps me open up my views. It makes me rethink things. Usually I don't change my outcome. But sometimes I have. And I thank those people that actually write comments, negative comments, that are actually more enlightening and less just being shitty. Anybody can be shitty. It takes an intelligent person to turn that into an enlightening argument. But, yeah, thank you to all. Continue to hit those likes and shares, because YouTube ain't going to share our stuff no more. That's just what it's coming down to, is YouTube's not going to be promoting political commentary of any sort. So, we'll see what we can do. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to start, I will probably start putting my more controversial stuff. It's probably going to end up going on BitChute from now on. I'm still debating that. I'll probably put it on YouTube and BitChute. So if it disappears from YouTube, at least BitChute is a more free speech oriented site where we might be able to talk a little bit more. It's pathetic we have to jump through hoops to do this stuff, but to get the information to y'all, I'm willing to jump through any hoop I got to. I don't care if it's covered in fire or razor blades. I'm going to jump through it for y'all. So we'll make it happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to continue to make this happen. And like I said, thank you again for your support. It helps. It keeps me going. Let's keep bringing the news to you. As always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch y'all on the flip side.